All right, it is a windy Texas day, and we're gonna go through some of this fishing stuff. And if you're like me, you've probably seen and heard the jokes 1,000 times of your wife not knowing how much you spend on fishing stuff.
How much do you spend on fishing gear?
700 billion and $1,300 billion.
Thankfully, I don't have to worry about that problem because we have been doing fishing the cheap way, which is a lot of Facebook Marketplace finds and a lot of garage sale deals. And I'm gonna go through real quick and show you guys what I've been getting. So first off is nearly every single thing in this tackle bag was free at a garage sale. They were getting rid of everything. So got all that. A whole tackle box of weights, which is just weights of every kind. Let me open this up. Has been amazing. I'll never run out of weights. And basically we just got to this garage sale late. They were asking 10 bucks for everything before, but when we got there they said, hey, we just threw all this fishing stuff out on the street for someone to grab. Do you want it? And I said, absolutely I do. So you can see none of it's in perfect condition, but this gets me through nearly every day of bass fishing, crappie fishing, cat fishing, fishing in the bay, down in Galveston. It has been remarkable. So that's one thing, and that's an extraordinary find. The other one is $10 at a garage sale, and I bought this mostly for the wire leaders it had. But you can see, you know, like stuff like this. I haven't gone through all this. I need to go through and organize all this, but a lot of different lures and jigs, a lot of different weights and hooks. Other side, got some bobbers. Like I said, wire leaders is why I bought this, because I needed a whole bunch for fishing in Galveston. All this stuff. Great for shark fishing, great for gar. Got a popping cork in there. A whole bunch of these big swivels. So, perfect. Worth its weight in gold. And that's most of my tackle. I've got some little stuff. I keep my crappie fishing set up in this bag just so I can throw this on my belt. Got the weight with me for catching a monster. Got the little tackle box just with all the little jigs and stuff. And then of course needle nose, and there's a pocket knife down in this one. So I always keep that ready to go, and these are for sale. We make them and sell them. They're on eBay right now, so check that out. So I've got 3 poles for crappie fishing. This one came for free with the house that I bought. We just found it up in the rafters of the shop, and for good reason. It's not a great pole, but this reel came off of an old bass fishing rod I had that the rod broke, and I kept the reel. I just got 6-pound line on there, which is more than plenty for crappie. But we got it set up with the slip bobber. If you haven't seen that video, check it up right here. And then this one here, another garage sale find. I think we paid like 6 bucks for this little mantis with the Shakespeare reel. And we've got another slip bobber on that one. And this is one that I bought for crappie wade fishing. It is the 8-footer. What do we got here? Focus. Right there. It's a Daiwa rod. Beautiful rod. Only used it a couple times. I don't wade fish a whole lot here in Texas for crappie. I should get out and do it more. Just when I have the time, I'm usually fishing from the little boat. But got that matching reel with it, Daiwa silver rod as well, or silver reel. Yeah, but it's a good little setup. That one's got 4-pound test on it. Also, about the right size or more than you need even for crappie, because there's not much to them, especially with the way this rod bends. It is unbelievable what that tip of that rod can handle. And that is my crappie setup. Then going through, I've got it all kind of scattered out, but Here's a couple I've got set up for popping corks. They were originally set up for bay fishing. This is an ugly stick. We got the 6-footer right here, 6.5 footer right there. Like I said, both have got popping corks on them, which just gives that action you need for trout, flounder, redfish. You can catch almost anything out in the bay on these right here. So love the ugly stick. It is a good go-to for a medium or light rod. Got the Abu Garcia reels on them and love that setup. Very inexpensive. So the way I came across this one, which is to go back a little bit, how much I paid for all these, the point of the video, you know. This one was the rod and the reel was for $20 at a garage sale. This one here was, let's see, it was the ugly stick, the 6.5 footer and the 6-footer I bought at the same time. I bought those reels separate. The reels were $10 a piece. The rods were $10 a piece. So that was earlier on. I probably wouldn't pay that for them now because of how many other good deals I've found. But yeah, that's still $20 for a full setup on each rod and reel is fantastic. Right here, this is the find from yesterday. So these are all 7-foot rods. 3 of them are the amazing Daiwa Saltist. Love these rods. Used them a couple times doing some bay fishing and I just can't rave enough about them. Got the Daiwa reels, all these just to go through, $129 a piece at Bass Pro right now, and that's on sale. So these suckers have almost never been used. They bought them when they had a good time bay fishing. I got them for a good deal. At the garage sale, we spent $160 for all 4, and the rods are all $100 rods. This one here, to be completely honest, I've never actually heard of it. If you have, let me know what you think about it in the comments. Tight line. What is that? Offshore Angler. It's the symbol right there. Can't say I heard of that one before, but judging by the other ones, I know it's going to be expensive. So fantastic setup for that. These are the rods that I used in the video series last summer of bay fishing, which was these master rods. They're old. These are probably 30, 40 years old. And these old Daiwas, they have some saltwater damage from before I got them, but the internal is still really good on them, so I went ahead and picked them up for $5 a piece. And they've served me really well for the 3 trips we did out there this year. This one is the same thing. Better condition. I think I paid $25 for this. We paid $30 for this one because this one is a 7-footer, but it's the kind that's meant for, let's see what it is. It's the Shimano Voltaeus. And you know, I've watched the videos on these ones. They pull in some tiger sharks, hammerhead sharks right there in Galveston. Usually off the boat, but I've seen people use them on the surf too, and it does okay on the surf. But for a boat especially, can pull in nearly any fish you want. I've seen some groupers pulled in on those, and they're just fantastic rods. All right, and then these, like I said, these are the old masters. Let me show right there. If you want to check these rods out, look them up. They're worth a pretty penny. And like I said, we got them for next to nothing. All garage sale finds. And then over here is kind of a mix. These are some of the earlier rods I got. So right here is these are the Rhinos. Rhino titaniums. I got 2 of those. I'd compare them most to an ugly stick. They're set up very similarly. You can see, very similar look. I haven't used this one a whole lot. I mostly throw it out there when I got some live bait. That's the last of those ones. This one right here is a catfish one. You'll find this one at Walmart for $30. I picked it up for 10 at a garage sale early on. and it's caught me a lot of catfish. Nothing crazy, but enough for enough to be happy with. So here's two more. This one is the Shakespeare sturdy stick. I'm sure you've heard of those. They hold up really well. They definitely get the job done. Got these big, both of them are Shakespeare. Nice ocean fishing Shakespeare reels on them. Got this set up. I've got this one set up on a catfish pole. I watched one video where a guy was bringing in shark after shark, and all he was using was the catfish poles, and it was just enough flexibility, but also enough, the right amount of resistance and flexibility to pull in a lot of those mid-sized sharks. So I wanted to give it a try. I definitely did not have as much luck as he did, but it was still a lot of fun because we did catch some fish on it. So this one, I set it all up. I put a couple of different wire leaders on it, and when we took it out there, it kept catching us a lot of those gaff tops and just little ocean catfish. Not much besides that, and it's just not great for surf fishing. We only fished from the boat for a little bit. I got to try it out, but had no luck. So when I tried surf fishing from it, with it, it didn't do great, but it did well enough that I was happy with it. Would love to fish from a boat again, but I don't think I would take it to the surf again because it's just too short. It's only 6 foot, and it's not meant for that. I should never use it for that in the first place, but like I said, we did have a little bit of luck with it, so can't complain too much. And then last but not least are the bait casters for bass fishing. They've got the 8 eyelets on these rods. Great for being able to cast way out there. If you like bait casters, I can't say I love them, but it's a good setup for sure. This one was for free for my buddy for helping him move, and that was super nice. And then this one was for free from a coworker who knew what he had but didn't want to take the time to sell it, just wanted to help me out. So yeah, I really appreciated that. To circle back for the setup on the catfish pole, I paid about 20 bucks, and the sturdy stick setup with the reel, I paid about 70. That was definitely my most expensive rod and reel combo so far. That net actually came with the $160 setup, and this as well. You know, you wear it on your belly, set that rod in there. It takes a lot of the pressure off your arms when you're trying to pull that fish in. This is not every single piece of fishing equipment that I own, but it is the majority of my stuff, so I think anyone can do this and pull it off. And of course, when you like fishing, and people know that, for Christmas you're going to get some fishing stuff, and this is definitely the greatest rod I've ever been given. Abu Garcia all the way. Beautiful stick. Gonna catch a lot of bass with this sucker. We're probably gonna I'll probably keep it light. I want to be able to cast it far, so we'll do 6-pound line, 6-pound test line on it. And that is just gonna be sweet when it is all set up. Looking forward to it. And the other thing is that, keep in mind, I'm getting good deals on all this stuff, but people who know what they're doing would pay a lot more for this, for each individual rod when you piece them out. So part of my plan is, and what I need to do, is go through, pick 5 or 6 rods that I want to keep, and then we'll go through and sell the rest. And that gives me more money to play with in the future. If I see another rod like this, that's just absolutely what I need, I can go ahead and pay for it, buy some things new, buy some new lures, all that kind of stuff. So keep it in mind, start thrifting for your fishing stuff, and go out there and catch some fish. Okay, so in the end, when you add all those numbers together, you come out to about 400 bucks. And I think we can easily sell less than half of these rods for 400 bucks, and that'll give me more to play with in the future. Now I own a whole lot of free fishing rods.